The Earth does not belong to us. We belong to the Earth. By Marley Matlin. Humans are not separated from the natural world. Humans are an integral part of it. Humans are dependent on the resources necessary for survival. It should be reminded that one has the responsibility to care for, steward, and protect this planet. It is acknowledged that the Earth has a finite supply of resources, and this suggests that in every action, its counterpart in terms of long term consequences should be considered. Filipinos have been notably adding more to the effects of climate change. The Philippines are known to antecedently experience natural disasters such as typhoons and earthquakes, frequently as a severe result of climate change. Filipinos have continuously contributed to the effects of climate change, but we can move closer to environmental sustainability with the use of renewable energy, lessening waste production, and improving water sustainability.
Renewable energy is energy from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than it is consumed. Did you know that brownouts or no access to electricity affect close to 30% of Filipinos? When there is an excess demand on the system and higher electricity use, there is a corresponding decrease in electrical power. In the Philippines, brownouts are frequent occurrences that can have a significant negative impact on people's lives and those who depend on a rural based economy. Energy security, access to electricity, and renewable energy are crucial parts of the Philippines' low emission development strategy. The natural resources that provide renewable energies are abundant in the Philippines. As more normal consumers become aware of the growing advantages of switching to solar power rather than entirely relying on the local power networks. Solar power has gained popularity in the Philippines in recent years. Consumers are now fully aware that using solar energy and renewable energy sources produces zero carbon and is free of gases that have the potential to do much harm to the environment and their local community. Addressing the challenge of utilizing sufficient renewable energies will help in maintaining environmental sustainability with the effects of climate change. The benefits of building new power plants to produce renewable energies as a primary energy source for the entire country are growing in terms of the nation's economy safety and health as well as the nation's concern for the environment and the hopes of preventing climate change. That is why we promote the use of renewable energy, which will benefit not only the country, but the entire world. Less waste production will help to prevent land, water, and air pollution. In the Philippines, managing solid regions like Metro Manila, the main issues in the nation's solid waste management are improper garbage disposal, ineffective waste collection, and a shortage of disposal facilities. But having effective solid waste management fosters community health, encourages sanitation, protects individuals from biohazards and physical injury, and offers potential for recycling income. We can lessen environmental damage and safeguard the security and welfare of people and all other living things by managing garbage properly. As more individuals turn to recycling and reusing, there will also be a decrease in the production of waste.
Water availability refers to the availability of fresh water for use in industrial and agricultural processes, as well as for human consumption, despite making up more than 70% of the globe's surface. Seawater cannot be utilized as drinking water without desalination, despite being the most abundant resource on the planet. According to water.org in the Philippines, almost 7 million people lack access to better sanitation, and more than 3 million rely on dangerous and unreliable water sources. The Philippines confronts tremendous obstacles in terms of access to water and sanitation despite its expanding economy. Rapid urbanization is taking place throughout the nation, and expanding communities struggle to meet the needs of incoming inhabitants in terms of water and sanitation. Here are a few strategies for helping in conserving water. Install canals on your rooftops to allow rainwater to be recycled for household use. When washing garments, utilize your washing machine's full capacity to reduce evaporation. Water the plants in the evening and use buckets instead of the shower to conserve water. Water is essential for healthy ecosystems, socio-economic development, and human life, and it is at the heart of sustainable development. It is essential for enhancing population health, welfare, and productivity, as well as lowering the worldwide disease load, which makes preserving water a priority. One of the challenges that we face is that the laws and budget for implementing these changes are observably sufficient in the Philippines but lacking in proper implementation. We have seen these kinds of laws passed decades ago, but have we seen these implemented? There are laws that protect the environment of the country, but as of January 2019, environmental laws have been created over the last 3 decades due to the lack of implementation and enforcement. They have their shortcomings in sufficiently addressing environmental changes. Weak enforcement is a global trend that worsens environmental threats. This is the main conclusion of the first ever global assessment of environmental rule of law. According to John Mendoza from Inquirer.net, the $389 million Dolomite Beach project involved dumping crushed dolomite in a 500-meter stretch of land across Manila Bay. Proponents called the undertaking beach nourishment, but critics called it a massive waste of people's money. By this, it is evident that the previous administration wasted the people's money. Now the 389 million peso project is discolored with oil spills and protected by sandbags to prevent its already eroding state. We ought to see this as a plan that has failed from budgeting to its implementation. The project was not sustainable as it only attempted to make the beach aesthetically pleasing, but was of no use to the local fishermen in the area.
To sum up everything that we are advocating, the word climate change describes the evolution of the planet's climatic circumstances. Numerous internal and external variables both contribute to this. Over the past few decades, the climatic shift has attracted attention on a global scale. Additionally, these climatic changes have a variety of effects of life here on Earth. But there are ways to reduce and help to stop it by the simple means through the use of renewable energy, less waste production, and enhancing water sustainability. With the Filipinos experiencing environmental challenges, more work needs to be done to achieve a better level of environmental stability. But are the Filipinos ready to contribute to helping the planet heal? Or will it be too late when we, the Filipino people, are ready? Always remember, a vision without an action is a daydream. Action without a vision is a nightmare. We need a creative vision to make a change in the world. But vision alone is not enough. We also need execution to make that change real.